Hey, it's Vance Dykes again. Look, in the last video when I was talking about how much more of a bigot that some pro-choice individuals can be, in that last video, one of the things I forgot to mention, or at least I don't remember mentioning, is that, when you take into consideration some of these pro-choice individuals, especially on YouTube, some of the YouTube trolls who, they lash out at some of these people who stand up for pro-life ideologies, and especially how I said in the last video, how, some of these people who, they see some of my pro-life comments on YouTube, or they watch some of my videos on YouTube that are all about pro-life, and they write such mean-spirited things, saying things like, I think it would have been funny if your parents had you aborted, or that the only reason why I'm responding to you in your comments is because I love to think of hurting your feelings. I want to hurt your feelings. I want to see you break down and cry. You know what that makes me think? That makes me think, now like I said in the last video, I don't think it's all pro-choice individuals, but I do think it's some of them. Some of the more liberal, leftist people who are pro-choice, I personally feel that, these people, they don't really care about what's right. They don't care about human rights. They don't care about, women's rights. They don't care about any of that stuff. They don't care about making the world a better place for themselves. They care about their own selfish desires. They want the world to be what they want it to be instead of what it should be, And no. Those of us who are pro-life, we don't want a world where women are submissive to men in an inhumane manner, and where men assert authority over women in an inhumane manner, treating them like scum. No, that is not what we want. And something, that is something that really irritates me, is when all these pro-choice individuals, they take something that we do, defending human life, standing up for the sanctity of human life, and they accuse us of being male chauvinist and sexist and tyrants, communist and fascist, that really gets my blood boiling. I can't stand that. And those of us who have brains, we understand that this is not a sexist issue. This is not an issue involving male chauvinism. If anything, it's an issue that involves radical feminism. I'm pretty sure that there are plenty of radical feminists who will use that to kind of, push their agenda. Like I said, selfish, inconsiderate people who only care about money and power, who care about being governors and senators, being Supreme Court justices, the people who only care about having all the power in the world and forgetting about everybody else. They don't care who they have to step on. They could step on the Pope if they could. They could step on the Pope. They could step on the Patriarch of Constantinople. They could step on the Archbishop of Canterbury, the chief rabbi of Rome, if I'm not mistaken. I think he's like the Pope of all of Judaism. I need to touch up more on my religious studies. But basically, the point is that they don't care who they have to step on. They could even step on their own friends. They will step on anybody just to get to where they want to get to that, metaphorically speaking, that throne where they get to be the king and queen of the universe. That's what they care about. It's all about me, me, me. It's not about people, people, people. It's all about me, me, me. When you start to really read the comments from these YouTube trolls who are obviously pro-choice, when you start to listen to some of these pro-choice individuals, and when you really start to listen to what they're saying, what they're saying and how they're saying it, you start to realize, what? They say that they are for human rights and women's rights. They say that they're all about making the world a better place, but no. They are all about selfish desires. They are just... these are basically corrupt politicians waiting to get to Washington, D.C. That's what they are. Like I said, I'm not saying all of them, but some of them. There are some pro-choice individuals who are some of the most selfish, inconsiderate people who don't care about the welfare of humanity, but care more about their own selfish desires that may or may not include, probably, having a position of authority in the United States or elsewhere in the world. Take that into consideration. Thank you for watching this video. Goodbye and God bless in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. And no, I will not keep it in church. Thank you.